Hello, fight fans. Seattle Mike, Fights with Friends here. Make sure and hit that like button, or I will replace all your vodka with moldy water. Make sure you're subscribed, and don't forget to ring that bell so you're notified whenever we drop a new video or go live like this Friday for the next round of Bellator's Light Heavyweight World Grand Prix. And guys, Bellator's light heavyweight division right now might be as deep as anything in the industry right now, including the UFC. I've even heard some people say that it is deeper, that Bellator has the best light heavyweight division right now. And it's certainly comparable with the UFC. Now, last week we had the first round of the light heavyweight world Grand Prix, and this is one thing that just about everybody I think wishes the UFC would do. I understand logistically and profit wise why they don't in the position that they're in now, but I think it makes a lot of sense for Bellator, especially with the rebranding going forward with Showtime, which is just so much better production. Guys, Bellator is back, and they are a contender. All right, I'm going to break down this light heavyweight world Grand Prix. What a set of characters, though. I mean, guys, you got Ryan Bader, Lyoto Machida, who just fought last week. It was a great fight. It went kind of how people would expect it to go. I think Lyoto Machida turned the clock back a little more than what a lot of people thought he would. In the end, Ryan Bader was able to use his wrestling to win on the scorecards, but there were definitely some good moments on the feet for the 42-year-old Lyoto Machida. So Ryan Bader moves on to the next round. He will face the winner of Corey Anderson and Dovletozhan. And I have not seen Dovletozhan fight, more than a few clips online. But just from what I know and of Corey Anderson and what I've seen of that guy, I'm going to go ahead and pick Corey Anderson in this one. Now let's go to the other side. Phil Davis and Vadim Nemkov. That's going to be a crazy one. By the way, the Corey Anderson fight, that is this Friday on this next one. So that's going to be exciting. May 7th, we have Sergio Pettis fighting for the bantamweight title, I believe, in Bellator. So a lot of UFC fans, I think, are going to be there for that one. They're going to recognize the Pettis name, but the big one that everybody's excited about, and maybe I'm more excited about this fight than just about any fight in martial arts right now, to be honest, and that's Yoel Romero and Anthony Rumble Johnson. That one could go either way with these guys just having insane power. Rumble, he's been away for a long time, of course, but he is quite a bit younger. But I think he's been gone for too long to beat somebody the likes of Yoel Romero. So I'm going to say Anthony's gone. The other one, I see people in our chats picking Phil Davis over Vadim Nemkov. I think that would be a big upset. I think Nemkov is a better fighter, though. And I'm going to take Nemkov over Phil Davis. So that sets us up with a great semifinals. Corey Anderson, Ryan Bader, the former champion, who of course lost to Nemkov. Recently, still the heavyweight champion. So Scott Coker was on MMA Junkie this last week, and he said Ryan Bader, if he loses in this light heavyweight tournament coming up soon, he will have to defend that heavyweight championship very, very soon, because that championship has not been defended in well over a year. So he said if Bader continues to go on in the tournament, that they will have an interim title and an interim title fight. I don't know who would be fighting for that yet, but that is very interesting, especially, with Coker talking about Fedor Emelianenko being 100% healthy right now, and they're looking for an opponent, and they said that a surprise venue that should fit Fedor very much. So I'm thinking somewhere in Russia, possibly Moscow or St. Petersburg. But let's finish this next round out. You got Corey Anderson and Ryan Bader, the former champion. Corey Anderson, of course, looked like he was on his way to a light heavyweight championship challenge in the UFC. Looked incredible against Johnny Walker, was the first guy to expose him, knock him out, and he was on a long win streak, I think like 7 in a row in that division. Everybody thought this guy's the next champion. Of course, Polish Power found that chin, and Jan Blachowicz, put him to sleep. And I think he is going to make it past the former champion, Ryan Bader. And I think you have Corey Anderson on this side for the finals. Then you have former champion Vadim Nemkov against 3-time world title challenger from the UFC, Yoel Romero. That's going to be a battle. And Yoel, of course, fought most of his career at middleweight. I think he's going to be just that much better at light heavyweight. He's not going to have to worry about that big weight cut. I think he's going to be able to be more explosive. I think he's going to have more cardio. Nemkov is an absolute beast, but I think Yoel Romero will finally get his first championship match against Corey Anderson. Corey Anderson has some wrestling that's incredible. People forget about Yoel's wrestling sometimes, even though, that's what he was known for before coming into the UFC. A Cuban Olympic gold medalist, standout guy, an absolute beast in the wrestling. So I think he's going to be able to use that wrestling, those wrestling takedowns to take out Corey Anderson. And I believe Yoel Romero will be the one standing at the end of this Grand Prix. And I think he gets his first light heavyweight championship. I'm curious what you guys think, though. Who do you think wins the Bellator Light Heavyweight Grand Prix? Of course, the winner not only becomes the champion, they'll get an extra $1 million on top of all their standard purses. For those that don't know, aren't familiar with Bellator, they pay their top guys, pretty comparable wages, at least for what is publicly turned into the athletic commissions. There's some guys that have gotten $400,000 or $500,000 paydays and more in Bellator. So you got that on top of the $1 million for winning the tournament. These guys can make a pretty good amount of money in a short amount of time. But yeah, I want to know what you guys think. Who do you think gets through this? Let me know who your winner is at the bottom. Don't forget, just 2 days from now on Friday, the next round, Corey Anderson will be fighting in the next round from the UFC. Then May 7th, you got Yoel Romero and Anthony Rumble Johnson, which is just an absolute mega fight. Can't wait to see you guys then. As always, I love you. I respect you. And I'll see your fine asses later.